At the start of my DJI career at WRC, I did not know what I was getting myself into. I was not a motorsport fan yet, and I did not know anything about rally. DJI became official sponsor of WRC, the World Rally Championship. It is the premier road racing competition and takes place in 13 different countries. And I coordinate this partnership. Part of this is that we provide a drone crew at every event. This is the first time drones are used at WRC on such a large scale.
A lot of my producers are on the rally for a couple of years, so they're really used to the action shots, to the traditional standard action shots, and we're very critical what the drones are capable of.
It was really learning what the sport was all about and what the event was all about.
Especially our drone crew has to face new challenges when flying at these events.
We had to figure out which formats to use, which perspectives look good, and how to integrate in the whole workflow. The Inspire itself, the drone itself, it enables doing something like this. With a bigger drone, you wouldn't be able to get to the spots as quickly as we do.
We have to pass the start line 2 hours before the first car is coming into the stage. And that means for us, we have to get up in the middle of the night and then drive for hours.
So every shot, every flight pass is discussed between the pilot and the gimbal operator. So we check how the corners go, how the cars pass by, how the cars drive, where the spectators are, if there are any power lines, trees. What makes the rally very interesting and challenging for a pilot is that you don't get any second chances. So every car, every driver only passes once per stage, and they all have different driving techniques, so you have to adjust your flying to that as well.
During our sponsorship, we noticed that our drones can help analyze different driving styles. This added a new element to the TV broadcast of WRC.
This is DJI aerial analysis. Chameleon blue with the better grip gets away the faster.
So Jan, after being the voice of rally for many, many years, you've probably seen everything. But what do you think about the drone footage?
I think it's terrific, and I think it's a great addition because the drones get to places and film them which, humans can't. The angles are terrific, so I'm a big fan.
No other device at the moment allows us to follow the car so quickly and so nearby as we can do with the drones.
One of my favorite drone shots is the water splash last year from Argentina. We could get so close to the water splash, which was never been possible before with a helicopter, for example.
I would love to be a rally driver, actually. I mean, when you see them driving those stages, it looks like so much fun.
I think last year, when we started our cooperation for the team and for the producers, the drone was a nice to have, and now it's an absolutely must-have in our production.
I am now joined by Janneke Rozendaal. Janneke, thank you for coming to bring your goodies with you into the studio, as incredible as the scenes that they capture. Tell me the challenges that you face being integral now to the World Rally Championship.
Thank you for having me, of course, and we've been having so much fun at the WRC so far. I mean, one of the great challenges is that we're a completely new camera to the sport, and we can actually maybe see or hear one fly behind us. I mean, we all know about the amazing footage of the ground cameras, and we've seen the amazing helicopter shots. But what we do with our DJI drones is we fill the gap between them, because our drones fly, our cameras fly, but we fly close to the cars, close to the ground, so we can give a new perspective to the sport that people love.
And we heard from Florian Roof saying that some of his favourite moments were the ones in Argentina. I mean, we're having an example of the shot now that we're producing. I feel like giving a little wave. But as they go up in the air and capture us in our studio here, what has been, you've been with the World Rally for a couple of years, what has been your highlight, I suppose?
One of my highlights, we just saw it in the video, that it had, well, nothing to do with drones actually, but my co-drive with Elvin Evans last year during Rally Portugal. So here at this event, that was one of the special moments. But of course, with my drones, I think that one of the special things is that we go to these amazing places and we see these amazing landscapes while filming this amazing sport, and that's what makes it special for us. I love the moon landscape of Argentina, the dust of Sardinia. They all have something special.
And how many are there of you in the team that are going out into the stages at all hours of the night?
Yeah, it's actually quite a small team. So we have 4 people usually. The big drone that we're looking at right now, the Inspire. The Inspire is flown by 2 people. So one is the pilot, so he steers the drone, and the other one operates the camera. And that gives a lot of dynamic and flexibility in the shots that we can create. So the drone can fly forward while the camera is looking backward, for example.
So this is the Inspire one that you're talking about now. And how does that differ to the one that's capturing the studio images?
Yeah, so this is the Inspire 2 actually. Yeah, we like our consecutive numbers. And we're flying the Phantom 4 at the moment. And the Phantom 4, it's also part of our production. So this one we use for the action shots. And then the Phantom 4, it's a little bit of a tinier drone, but very stable with a great camera. And what we do with that drone is we do an aerial analysis. And what our drones enable is that we can compare different driving styles of the different drivers. So we hover the drone in a corner, U-turn, S-bend, and then we film them all from the same position. And then in post-production, they can see the differences.
How has this evolved from when you first came on board to where we are now?
Of course, we learned a lot about the sport. All my guys, all my team members, they know their drones and they know how to fly them and how to create awesome content with them. But of course, flying at a motorsport event, this is where we grew especially. And the more we learned about the sport and how the cars can behave at the stages, the better our shots became as well.
And how does it differ from the rounds when you know you've got such different conditions, such different landscapes?
You know, the fun bit is that the moment the landscape differs, our shots will differ as well. So we get a lot of different shots that we can offer the TV production, for example. And we're in Portugal right now, so we know it's about the dust. And we can film the cars flying behind them, flying through the dust. And that gives such a different perspective, really.
So when you're going out and you're capturing these moments, for you, what is that winning shot where you went, yes, one of my team has absolutely nailed that?
Oh, the winning shot. We had so many winning shots, in all honesty. I mean, sometimes when we first got here, we wanted to film some life-changing shot. For example, a car passing the finish line and winning, or maybe a spin, or maybe something extreme, but also the shots like we're currently looking at from Shakedown yesterday. But what is the shot that we really want is when the light is good, when we see the dust, when we see maybe some shimmering from a water splash, for example, in Argentina. So those are the shots we want, the cinematic shots where we're all get a bit giggly and jittery about as filmmakers.
Yeah, and from a fan's point of view, they're beautiful, aren't they? They're just images to behold that bring you closer to the spectacle, because when they're in some extreme parts of the rally where we're not there and we're relying on those camera shots to just bring us close to the action, and you're doing that so well.
Exactly, and that's also the fun part about what it is with the drones, is that sometimes we start a shot and we're static, so we're not moving at all. But then the car comes closer, the car passes our location, and then we can accelerate these drones to 97 kilometers per hour. So that is fast. Not as fast as a rally car, but still quite fast. And then we can fly with them through a corner or towards a new location. And that is what adds the value to the sport.
And how has the feedback been from the drivers and getting those images that you probably show them even better light of what they're actually achieving?
Well, I hope they like it. We've gotten some good response from them as well. I heard a lot of them have drones, so this is also something that we get quite excited about. We once, I think it was last year in Finland, we encountered a lot of drivers at a road section. So my guys gave them a quick drone lesson in how to control the drone. So that is good fun. So it's good to hear that everybody is excited about it.
And where would you like it to go? How would you like this to develop further?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I mean, we have been here now, we counted yesterday, I think we've now done 32 rallies or something like that. But where it is going in the future, we still see that we improve. And we still see that we understand the sport better. My pilots get more experience, our shots get better. Of course, we all hope that we can do entire stages with just drones. I mean, imagine to have 30, 40 drones just to film one of the big stages here, or film FAF, for example.
So as the drone comes over our shoulder, you're almost sort of fascinated by it. You're like, really?
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm doing a little kind of like
we
jazz
can give a little
hands.
wave.
It's brilliant. There's something of I know it's such high technology, but there's something in all of us that can almost want to play a video game with the same kind of concept.
Oh, and these drones, and they're so much fun. I mean, we call it droney is the new selfie, as we say it. So what you then do, you go to this fun location, the beach or, I don't know, a forest. You hover it in front of you, you give it a wave, and then you fly it off, showing where you are. I mean, it's such good fun.
And do people gather around and watch that? Because whenever I've been anywhere where there's a drone, there is an appetite for it, isn't there? People just come up and they want to get a sense of what's going on.
Exactly. Sometimes we have these crowds of people around us, and they give my guys applause when they land or when they do something fun, so that's good fun. And also to see the people wave at the drone, and everybody loves it.
Well, Janneke, it's an absolute pleasure to have you in the studio. Thank you, and your team members and the gentleman that captured us here in the studio. But thank you, and we look forward to seeing those images this weekend in Rally Portugal. So Janneke's mentioned that the drivers like the drone shots, as do we.